Alright, for this live feature match, we have Orcust, Trickstar, Sky Striker, yada yada yada, that big list name versus Danger Thunder Dragon. And on the left is Phil versus, on the right is me, Tombox. That's right. He's featured on this feature match because odd things happen when I play against Phil. I have a really terrible record against Phil, especially against his Orcust deck with my Danger Thunder deck, because I either get the darkest hand possible with double dark, double roar, and the Chaos Dragon Levianeer opening hand, where I just have to pass turn and hope that he doesn't kill me with a one-card combo, or I get the brightest hand ever with a double White Dragon, a double Thunder Dragon, and a Brotor. These are the oddest hands I've gotten against him, where I just insta-lose. Yeah, very strange. And it's not like I can side these cards out anyway. So, I won the die roll, and I'll be choosing to go first. With double Nessie, a Chaos Dragon Levianeer, a White Dragon, and a Jackalope in hand. No Thunders, so can't really maximize on my danger effects. Goes ahead and rolls a 3, ditches, oh my god, the best American Sniper. Okay, so he takes out my White Dragon. Luckily, Heart of the Cards come in, and I got a Black Dragon. And I'm not risking anymore. I'm just gonna go ahead and summon it out. Now, I'm suffering from a bit of allergies, so I might sound a little weird, and I've been having allergy attacks all week. It feels great. Sinuses are clogged. Okay, so now that Nessie kind of went off, I'm going to activate the Jackalope. Hopefully he ditches my Nessie, and I get to keep all my other cards. So we're going to let him snipe it out. Now, sometimes you can't really roll a die because you have 7 cards, so if someone points to your card, you just go with it. It's just how it is, and if you decide to call a judge, be like, hey, you didn't let me roll a die on this 7-card thing. Yeah, you got to pull a Bonesy play on this one. Yeah, you might get a slow play warning on that one, and you get a time extension because you're arguing over because he pointed a card, even though he knows none of your cards. In terms of if you shuffled up your hand, it should be random. And we're going to go ahead and link those two monsters off, the two dangers, into a Beat Cop. You can have a choice of using Beat Cop or Lanfornicus. Now, I've been trying out different techs against Phil for some time, and this is one of those games where I tried out a different tech. I side Abyss Dweller against him because I'm like, hey, I have like 10 level 4 monsters. How come I can't just make a Dweller if my plays get interrupted by like a Lancia? So that's one of my thought process. I've been testing different techs, different sides, and this is one of those games where maybe we'll get to see it. Alright, so we'll stay tuned for that. So, of course, the Black Dragon versus White Dragon, and I'm going to point this out right now. I got distracted in a conversation when I was doing the Pisty play. It's like, oh, you got that Pisty play, and I was jokingly talking about like, oh, you got that hand trap. So okay, I'm gonna banish 3 darks right now, just because I have 4 darks in the graveyard. Gonna banish 3 darks and get that play. So we're gonna go ahead and ditch out one of his cards in his hand randomly, and I'm gonna banish that last monster to summon out the White Dragon, and I'm gonna send the White Dragon to the graveyard as link material for Pisty. So we've got the Guard Dragon, Beat Cop, 4 monsters. We have Saryuja already. So seeing that he did not stop any of my plays here, and misplay number 1 happens right here, where I forget to search for a Black Dragon. I think it was critical. It perhaps would have altered the fate of my deck as well if I shuffled up, because if you can tell right now, I have no Thunder Dragons whatsoever. And without any single Thunder Dragon, yeah, this sucks, really. But yeah, since I forgot completely, if you do this at the high tables, you will definitely get punished for it. If I played this at the high table, I definitely don't deserve to win this game because I didn't play to my maximum capacity, if you're judging like that. So I'm going to search for the Darkest Diablos, hoping that I'll go into a Chaos, hoping that I'll get into a Thunder Dragon and get a chance to tribute. So I'm going to be relying on Saryuja to draw 4 cards. So getting myself a, what's his face? That's a Bigfoot. I'm mainly going to use the Bigfoot as a level A material. If I go into a Thunder Dragon, I can perhaps make the full board and then just call it a day. So I'm going to go into Triple Burst now. I'm going to use Pisty to revive the... Nope. Just checking if I have anything else to revive. No, I'm just going to go ahead and link them off. Agripane. And now we're going to summon out Agripane's effect to summon out Hot Red Dragon Orange Fiend. Now, Faisal Khan, he played Crystal Wing instead. And he He did mention about the value of that Crystal Wing, and one of the value that comes from the Crystal Wing is that Crystal Wing can stop hand traps for one thing, and the second thing is that it removes the monster that it negates, whereas Hot Red does not. Hot Red, sure, Hot Red can stop the evenly match. If you get evenly matched and you have a Hot Red, perfect. But otherwise, Crystal Wing can remove the monster. Monster removal is very important now. 1, 2, 3, and okay, so I got Eclipse Wyvern, I got a Sekka's Light. Maybe I get to draw more cards. So Sekka's Light is here to stay. I don't need a couple of these danger monsters. I'm being very greedy at this point. And I'm going to put those cards to the bottom. Keeping the Sekka's Light. I'm like, oh, where are my Thunders at? You know, Thunder Boys, hear you roar. Come on out, please. So I'm going to activate Sekka's Light. And we're going to draw 2 more cards. And no, we'll get a Phantasme. That is not ideal whatsoever. So this whole opening board has no Thunder Dragons. I can attempt to shuffle a card back in with Sekka's Light to get the additional draw. I mean, that's 4 plus 2, and I guess there's 1 more draw with a shuffle draw. I see this whole thing is probably caused by me forgetting to search out a black dragon out of the deck. So, I don't know. I guess I played with the heart of the cards, and now I'm getting bit. But seeing that Phil has no hand traps. Now this also has a long-term repercussion. The long-term problem is that I drew into a Thunder Dragon, but it's Thunder Dragon Duo. And I have another Chaos Dragon Legionnaire. I'm like, I need to maximize this board. I need to maximize the interaction against him. If you ever get stuck in this situation, you probably should think about maximizing the interaction you have against your opponent. Let's look at Phil's hand. Phil's hand's a brick. So I might get away with a misplay and get away with having, well, bad heart of the cards. We're going to manage 3 more darks. Yeah, it seems like I'm going to manage 3 more darks to summon out a second copy of Chaos Dragon Legionnaire. Well, this one doesn't do anything. It's just a big body, except and it's level 8, and a Light and a Dark for the Thunder Dragon Duo. That gives me another level 8 body. I need the dragons. Now, if I choose to rip another card out of his hand, I'll actually lose out on one of the interactions I can get, because that Saryuja does not offer me good interactions whatsoever. It just boosts his attack, and he gets an open zone, and I don't want him to get that. So, if I rip a card out of his hand, I don't think that's good. He gets to put some of the card back, which may be beneficial for him. He does have a terraforming. So without the Thunder Dragon Colossus, he's going to be able to get that search. So instead, I'm just going to go straight into the Hope Harbinger, number 38. And I'm going to link off my 2 dragons into Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. Now I have 3 interactions, even though it basically cost me everything. And I also have a Phantasme in hand. Phil proceeds to draw, and he has a Terraforming, Field Spell, Fogblade, and Impermanence. If his 2 bodies can get onto the field, then I think I would lose. Like, that is how strong it is. I'm like, terraforming, whatever, you can get your terraforming. I'm like, that's inconsequential. I'm going to go ahead and just absorb it. So I'm like, what are you going to use that impermanence? If he impermanences that card, then I'm most likely going to negate it. Because I want to make sure he doesn't get that search, because that search is a body, and I'm burning 2 cards with 1, which is well, it's 2 cards for 2, but I'm not letting him get that plus. He's right now calculating all the interactions I might or may not have. He still does have that instant fusion, and that instant fusion would give him a restrict to just absorb or Winda. He's going to go ahead and activate Impermanence preemptively on my Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. I'm like, there's nothing I can really do to bounce the card, and this card somewhat just becomes a liability later on, but I think there's better interaction by removing the monster, so I chose to use Hot Red Dragon to negate it. He's going to go ahead and activate Instant Fusion. He's going to summon out 1,000 Trick. I'm just going to On the summon, I'm just gonna go ahead and activate Hieratic Seal, and he proceeds to scoop it up. So that is game 1. Yeah, once he ran out, he knows that he's gonna die the next turn. Well, for the most part, I guess he has no real interactions at that point, and down to like almost no cards in hand with a hot red, double negation with only 2 cards remaining. Yeah, that was gonna be a super one-sided thing. So game 2, we sided in our cards, and we get ourselves the hand trap. He opened with a triple Lancia Mathematician. Now, Mathematician is a 1-card combo. He chose to actually run the single card discard because knowing my matchup, I don't run very many hand traps. I could have sided in Effect Veiler, and I did choose to side in Effect Veiler. I just listened to Faisal Khan's advice. Like, Effect Veiler is just a good side in general, and like if you try to play without any sort of hand trap, you're trying to deal with a full board. I mean, if with enough cards, yeah, you can break any board, but if they interrupt you, and with like them basically getting free pluses off of you while you're trying to combo, you're going to lose. And he goes into Phoenix, he goes into Nightmare Mermaid, and he gets to discard a card. If someone discards a Lancia, you can expect that they probably have a second copy of Lancia, and if they have that second copy of Lancia, you should probably play around it. I don't think you want to lose like that. Now he's gonna go into Galatea. Now he's got his... There we go. He's going to banish that Orcust Nightmare to send to the graveyard the World Wand this time. And he's going to use the World Wand to revive his Harp Horror. So he kind of gets it the same combo regardless, with the 1 card. So Armageddonite, yeah, can technically do the same thing. Now he goes into Rusty. It's going to banish the Simple Skeleton and summon out the Galatea back out. And he's gonna go into Dingirsu reattach. So the same play with just 1 card. And he also got the World Wand. He actually likes it a bit better. So he's gonna go ahead and do the whole Fogblade set. And he also has the Cloak in the Graveyard. Unfortunately, he has Boots in his hand, so he's not going to bother with the other one. So he's going to go ahead and Boots into the second Galatea. Now, he specifically put the Galatea to point to that zone, because Galatea, regardless right now, is already linked. Because you just need to point to it, or it needs to point to something. So even if his Rusty gets killed and I need to use my extra deck, he would get his Galatea indestructible by battle. So he's gonna go ahead and put the field spell out. And so I think there is double Fogblade and well, basically the full play, because he didn't get interrupted, and he has Lancia, double Lancia if anything. I too also have Lancia. 6-card Lancia feels great. Oh man. Oh, this could have been so easy if only the cards were in my favor. Unfortunately, no. I'm gonna start off with the activating Tsuchinoko. Gonna fan out 6 cards, easy. Die roll number 3. Threw out my Chaos Dragon Legionnaire. Alright, Tsuchinoko. Special summon. Get my draw. And he's going to go ahead and just shotgun out that Lancia. The amount of impact that it has on me is actually quite big. I have a Black Dragon. I have a Chaos Dragon Legionnaire. I have a Jackalope. Well, Jackalope is whatever, but I don't know if I can survive till the next turn. Like, staring down a Boral Sword. Gonna go ahead and summon out Battery Man Solar. I have to attempt something. And he's gonna go ahead and Fogblade. Now, let's see if we can catch various other options that I could have left off. Like, could I have just left the Battery Man Solar face up on the field and just pass turn with the artifact Lancia still in my hand? Or should I just link it off and try to do something, try to break the rest of the board? I feel like I'm making a very futile attempt here. Now, under Lancia, a lot of my cards are so dead. But Fog Blade prevents the attack, but I think he can clear off the attack quite easily. But that's just my opinion. Now that Abyss Dweller is a sided-in card. It's like, damn, I should have ran Mothman. If I ran Mothman, I could have controlled the grave a bit more. Like, maybe I wouldn't have died. So we're going to go into Phoenix. Phoenix's effect, we're going to attempt to pop that field spell. And he's going to go ahead and throw the other one. And now we have Jackalope effect. I think this is a bad way to struggle. Maybe I should just left the monster and just try to see if I can shotgun that Lancia. Because if I shotgun the Lancia, I might be able to keep myself alive and prevent a Boral Sword from happening and limit the amount of monsters he's able to put out. I think that might have been the better choice. Leave a comment down in the comment section to see if you agree with that notion. Like, would he actually be able to clear off his own Fog Blade? So that's something that's been bugging me for a bit. So I'm going to proceed to link it off. I think I'm going to go into Unicorn now. The way that he set up his own, I can't even just run into his monsters. So yeah, I'm going to go into Unicorn. And if I use Unicorn's effect, should I have spun away the field spell? Or should I have spun away the Rusty? Or should I have spun away the Galatea? I think in hindsight, probably should have spun away the Galatea. Because he's going to chain Galatea's effect. And he's going to proceed to set Crescendo. And that makes my Lancia kind of worthless. So if you're playing Orcust, this is probably something you should do if someone tries to get rid of it, and just prepare yourself for it. And since he set it up so that his Galatea is going to be linked regardless, I can't run into it. I can attack his Rusty, but that's about it for 100 damage. Putting him at 79. Yeah, we're just gonna hit him for 100. Since Galatea can't be killed. And I guess that's it. So he's gonna proceed to draw phase, draw for turn. I think at this point, I should just see what I should do. Perhaps I should just scoop. Knowing that he has Crescendo, there is no point. With that Galatea still there, there's no way I can do anything. If he activates any card at this point, I'll be stuck. And he's not going to get rid of his Galatea. First summon is 100% going to be the Rusty. Not going to be able to stop that. I perhaps could have bought myself a turn. Yeah, and then he's going to go into the second one. Like, this is the insta-kill right here. I don't see myself having any interaction where I could have prevented most of this stuff. That's unfortunate, because right now I'm staring down the barrel of death, and he's going to reattach. He's going to go ahead and pop. And now he gets basically free reign, and he can just make a Boral Sword. Yep. So yeah, this is gonna be it for this game. There it is, Boral Sword. And Boral Sword effect. No, he just boosted it. He's putting a World Wand effect. Resummon out the Harp Horror, and he gets a full swing as is game 2. So yeah, that gave you guys a bit of time to leave a comment down in the comment section below, and now we proceed to game 3. Will I get my chance for a final game to take my redemption of a sadly terrible matchup? I read over like a lot of the feature match, and it's like a lot of it's like, I activate Lancia, you have Call with the Grave, I lose. And then it's like, oh, I activate Lancia, he has no Call with the Grave, he lose. It's been quite silly. It's like, I make a board and then scoop phase. So starting off the turn with double well, a Thunder Dragon, and we're going to Sekka's Light. So this is what I mean by having 7 cards in your opening hand and activating a danger. You can't just roll for this anymore. Two gray cards. Now, Phil has Sphere Mode, Veiler, Ash. He's kind of got a little bit of everything. Now, I drew into 2 darks, and see what I mean by double dark? I have not 2 dark the Thunder Dragon Dark in my hand. I have to shuffle one back because I really hate seeing it. This is the Phil syndrome. The Phil phenomenon. Now, I haven't activated a single card. He hasn't activated a single card. He has an instant fusion in the body, so in other words, he can technically go into the right cards. I'm just hoping I can rip his card apart. I have a handful of Thunder Dragons. This is the exact opposite of Game 1, where I have no Thunder Dragons. This hand, I am full of Thunder Dragons. With a handful of Thunder Dragons, there's a Roar, there's a Dark, there's double Thunder Dragons, there is a Chaos Dragon Levineer. I have an Effect Veiler and I also have a Lancia. I feel like I'm just not going to do anything and just pass turn. Pass turn! So now I'm back down to 6 cards. Excellent. This is the best move I have against Phil because he has that pesky Sphere Mode. Like, I had to make a call on this. I'm pretty sure my hand's pretty safe. So he goes ahead and special summons out Coralbane. Is activating Instant Fusion. He's gonna go ahead and get his Thousand Eyes Restrict. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So it cost him 1,000 life. And he goes into Phoenix, into Mermaid. And I'm just gonna proceed with, yeah, he ditches the boost for cost, and I'm gonna go ahead and Effect Veiler him. He proceeds to activate Boots to get himself a Fog Blade. Sets Fog Blade. And that's it. Alright, Effect Veiler did the job. So only 1 Mermaid. I guess everything on the board right now loses 1,000 attack. Alright, got another Veiler. I'm ready. Now my hand is still kind of ass. But thanks to that Veiler, now I can special summon out Chaos Dragon Levianeer. So I have Thunder Dragon Roar and Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Now that is a light and dark, so I get to do a double pop. He's gonna go ahead and use a Veiler on it instead. So those 3 are banished. Of course, my Thunder Dragon will also have to be summoned out, so I get myself a Thunder Dragon Dark. Thank God I shuffled one back in, or else this is not possible. The double Dark syndrome is terrible. Nah, he's just waiting to drop that Sphere Mode on me. I'm like, oh man, just do your full combo, man. Just waste all your resources. But that, Chaos Dragon, kind of pointless on the field. It's just a nice body. Now, I'm giving myself some extra thought here. Now, I have a normal summon or whatnot. My hand's just full of Thunder Dragons. I want to maximize this. I have to make a choice. Do I just want to leave the Chaos Dragon Levianeer on the field and then make 1 Thunder Dragon Colossus, or do I want to make 2 Thunder Dragon Colossus? Seeing that my opponent didn't do anything to get searches, he probably has a handful of, or like a deck full of cards that are going to enable him searches, like Terraformings, like that's possibly 2 cards, like the Trickstar Light Stage, that's another potential 2 to 3 cards, and if there's Engages, that's potentially another 3 cards. That's a lot of cards. So I chose to go into Beat Cop. Like, do I want to bait out that back row with the Phoenix, or do I want to go into the Beat Cop? If I go into Phoenix, I will not be able to go into a Thunder Dragon Colossus. It's just how things go. So I chose to go into a B cop. Then I can do a tribute summon later on to reduce my monster size. I'm like, yeah, I gotta make that choice. Here we go. Just go with the B cop. Thunder Dragon Dark Effect sent to the graveyard. Gonna add myself a Thunder Dragon Hawk, unless he wants to stop me. He did not choose to stop me. I'm going to go ahead and activate it, and I'm just going to go ahead and revive a Thunder Dragon Roar. Now, knowing that his back row is a Fog Blade, I want to run into his monster early to see if I can bait it out. And I'm choosing to bait it out now, so that he's not like using it to target one of my Thunder Dragon Colossus that's letting him search. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and attack, and he's going to go ahead and Fog Blade his own monster so that that monster cannot be attacked. Which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and tribute and summon out Thunder Dragon Colossus. I am going to tribute summon with my regular Thunder Dragon. Wait, you can't summon it there, Tombox. There we go. And we're just going to tribute that one off as well and make a second Thunder Dragon Colossus and just sit on this. That's a bit of a problem. I can't attack it, and he's just going to just sit on this. And we're going to pass turn, and it's his turn. He's got himself an Ogre. Man, this is the problem with oversighting. You just get so much of this that if your opponent doesn't open optimally, you can't counter anything. He's a Sphere mode. I don't have a second monster. He just passed his turn. It's my turn. I get myself a Bigfoot. I'm like, oh, I should totally just drop the Bigfoot, pop the card, and just go in for game. But I can't calculate lethal with this. Like, the choice play right now is I have that second copy of... Yeah, I have that second copy of Effect Veiler. If I summon out the Effect Veiler, yeah, I can definitely try to make an attempt at a play. But I'd be weakening my own board state. And that is why I'm like, the best combination of hand traps, I think, is Veiler plus a Lancia. Or like a hand trap that you can toss into the graveyard plus a Lancia. As when they chain together, Call by the Grave is not an issue. Call by the Grave cannot banish it, and therefore the monster remains negated. I'm just gonna check. I'm like, oh, is there anything possible? If only I put in a Mothman in there. Mothman, if you're gonna play Abyss Dweller in your side, then I would say definitely try out the Abyss Dweller. A couple of test games have proven online it is pretty successful. And Dweller does cripple that matchup, and it's not affected by Call by the Grave. Am I gonna summon? No, this is like one of those will they, won't they kind of moments. He draws into a World Wand. Best draw, Phil. So this is a bit of a weirder game, a very unstandard and unorthodox kind of game coming from these two matchups. Usually it ends a little quicker. He's going to proceed to summon out his Ogre. And he's getting into his Cerberus. Would you like to activate the Cerberus effect to hit my Thunder Dragon so I can get another body? No, apparently not. He's not that generous. He's going to go ahead and activate his Mermaid, dishing the World Wand, and I'm going to go ahead and activate my Effect Veiler again. And I guess that's it for the Mermaid plays. I'm like, oh, do you have a Call by the Grave? You want to Call by the Grave? When your opponent is that confident that you'll have Call by the Grave, you can expect that they'll probably have a Lancia to follow up with it. And I feel like that has been the most successful thing. If my hand wasn't just a bunch of Thunder Dragons, I think this would have been a little bit different. So I drew into a Jackalope. And with the Jackalope and the Bigfoot, I'm going to go ahead and attempt it. Now, is Phil reprising his role as the American Sniper? So he rolls a 2, and yeah, he is. He sniped the Bigfoot. That really sucked for me. Well then. But am I still, you know, I just enabled Yugi God mode here. I like a Thames by my side. I have Heart of the Cards with me now. I activated my next danger monster, and he hit my Lancia. And we're gonna go ahead and summon out that Jackalope in attack mode. I want to get that damage in, but I can't really get anything. Oh, sweet! Heart of the cards. Pot of Greed. Draw 2 cards, and we know that plot twist. Oh, sweet! Got myself a Lancia back just in case. I'm gonna go ahead and activate the Tsuchinoko. And he rolls a 4. He hits Thunder Dragon Dark. We're gonna summon up that Tsuchinoko, and we're gonna draw another card. Alright, we're just gonna keep going. Now it's Nessie's turn. The danger pack is just like, oh, we don't want to stay in the deck anymore, just let us come out now. So we're gonna activate that Nessie. He wants it to be that one. He wants it to be that far one. So we rolled a 1. And he hit the Nessie. Oh, so if he hits the Nessie, I'm just gonna add a Tsuchinoko. But all in all, what I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna tribute summon and attack for game. There. And he's like, yeah, there's no way. He can't plow through another Lancia. I just showed him a hand and think Scoop phase has been engaged. Yes. That was a very awkward game 3, to be honest. But sometimes that's just how the games unfold. Now, these games, I don't think I played the most optimally, nor did I think Phil sided the most optimally, but he does like that heavy side. That's just his way of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I get that his deck can get away with it because 2 monsters equal the whole combo regardless, thanks to Nightmare Mermaid. So, game 1, I won because he didn't have a hand trap. Game 2, I lost because 6-card Artifact Lancia didn't have anything to interrupt. So this whole matchup is a bit die rolly, and you also need a hand trap to see play. Game 3, both players kind of bricked, except that I had more hand traps than he did, and his hand traps were ineffective versus my hand. Therefore, I managed to sneak the game out of his hands. I think he would have won in like 90% of other cases because that's how the cookie crumbles most of the time. And Phil just cursed me with the double dark, and I caught the double dark on camera, which is like, yes, finally, maybe someone will believe this. But anyways, this whole video is mainly there to help you guys study up on this matchup and will help me improve by leaving various suggestions of what I can do better, especially during the game 2 interactions when I'm trying to break the board. And I'm looking forward to seeing the comments, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to hit subscribe, ding the notification bell. I'm going to see if I can get other people to play into the Sky Striker and Salamangreat matchups, because those are very popular as well. So among the top 4 decks, Sky Striker, Salamangreats, Danger Thunder Dragon, and Orcust. Those are the top 4. So stay tuned. I want to get as much meta material available for you guys as possible so you guys can study up those matchups, because you're going to be facing off against those in WCQNA, perhaps at Continentals in EU as well. So that is all I got for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Sorry my voice isn't as enthusiastic as usual. The allergies, I'm trying to avoid sneezing into my mic, so I'm like holding my breath half the time. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please drop us a like so we know we are doing a good job, and you can also subscribe to MST.TV for more fantastic videos by clicking on the button on the left. Don't forget to check out our partners at Imperium Duelist. They make really high quality mats, including some of my own limited edition release stuff. And if you want to check out one of our past videos, click here on the right. As always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV, and I'll see you next time.